Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Baby Brigade. Hope everybody's had a good Thursday. I have candy in my mouth. This candy, this, this settle my stomach candy. Because it's feeling a little wonky. It often does. I didn't used to have these problems. But now, every time I eat, my stomach gets wonky. So these are little chews. I showed them to y'all the other night, but this is what we're dealing with here. Thanks be to God for all the prayers, and my second day with no neck swelling. Woohoo! Never thought I'd be grateful not to have to take Benadryl. Day 2 with no Benadryl. Or ibuprofen either. No ibuprofen today either. I ain't done a whole lot. Well, I got the turquoise and black sweater ready to go in the mail tomorrow. I'm gonna do that early tomorrow. And then do a little, I gotta go back to the grocery store and get a few things. But today I took Johnny to eat. He hadn't been out of the house. He didn't want to go grocery shopping with me last week. He just been staying in his room, reading books on his phone and playing games and watching shows and being a big old homebody. And I told him today I felt like he was kind of in the dumps, you know. And he denied being in the dumps, but his behavior says he's in the dumps. So I told him, you know, I just had to keep you know, checking in with that lady. There have been no new word about his program. But we're not going to give up on that. Even though it's taken forever and a day. It's very discouraging. But Hebrew went and had Mexican. I had a taco salad with beans instead of meat. Because they'll substitute it if you ask them. So I asked them to put refried beans in the bottom of my taco salad shell concoction. So they accommodate me in my request, and it's really good that way. And because I've discovered that I'm not ready for beef, and I'm not a big fan of shredded chicken. I love chicken. I can eat chicken, but I don't like shredded chicken. So, and I don't like solid chicken at the bottom of my salad either. So it's better just to get the refried beans. It works just fine. Just a little scoop of refried beans at the bottom of a salad. It's fine. So, yep. And then Johnny had some mole enchiladas. When the way that they spell it is mole, M-O-L-E, mole, but it's pronounced mole. And so I sent this to Eva. I said, well, Johnny's having some mole enchiladas. And she said, mole? And I included a picture of Johnny with his plate in front of him, you know. And then I told her it's pronounced mole, and it's a special sauce. It's, you know, it's a Mexican special sauce, you know. And he said it tastes like chili. And so I was, which is, when I've seen cooking shows where they described someone cooking mole sauce before, and they described it like chili. So I had some idea of what it could possibly taste like before he got it, because I used to watch a lot of cooking shows, and I watched some Mexican cooking shows and where they were talking about mole sauce, and so I had some idea when we were looking at, because he wanted to kind of eat something different than he usually gets. And that's what we landed on. And he hadn't eaten when we went to eat this afternoon. He had not yet eaten for the day. And so he was rather hungry. And so he completely cleaned his plate because they give him, I think it was 3 enchiladas and then rice on one side and beans on the other. And he ate everything. And it was a lot of food. And I ate most of my salad. Because it came in one of those shell bowls, you know. And so I eat about half the bowl and, you know, most of the salad. But, and I I got a little serving of guacamole to go with that because they never put enough guacamole on it for me. And I rather like guacamole, so. And so we did that. And then we came home and went to our rooms. And I've been working a little bit on Will's blanket. So I'm to this, I'm doing the decreases now. I'm doing the decrease rows. And I started hurting a little bit, so I laid down for a couple hours. Late afternoon, early evening, I laid down for a little while. And then I got back up and started crocheting. Because, you know, a woman can't just crochet all day. Well, I could. And I have. But that's not what I did today. I've broken it up a little bit here and there. But I'll sit back and this is the skein I'm working from. And of course I grabbed a paper towel to go with it. But yeah, this is the skein I'm working from. And I'll work as many rows as I can until that skein's gone, and then I'll go back to the green and the cream. The juniper, I should say. This is juniper. That's the official color of that. But I guess I gotta get behind this chair tomorrow. I gotta sweep these floors. I am not the best housekeeper in the world. Newsflash. In case you hadn't figured that out. I'm not the best housekeeper in the world. I'm a creative person. Creative people are not great housekeepers. We're pack rats. We don't sweep floors very often. These floors really need sweeping bad. We tend to hang on to stuff longer than we should. There's lots of clutter. Not like trash, just clutter. Stuff that could be folded and put away or organized better, you know. Yeah. Yeah. There's things in boxes in the dining room, in the kitchen. They're in one in the kitchen with kitchenware type things that's been sitting there for 2 years. Oh well. And the dining room is kind of used for storage because there's some sentimental things there that I hadn't been able to make myself part with. I'm not much into home decor. Like, there's only one thing on the wall in the living room, and that's a painting that I was given as a gift. This big sunflower painting. Y'all probably seen it in pictures. That's where we stand and take selfies. Because it's a big, pretty picture behind you. You can take a picture. But putting things, decorations on the wall and all that stuff, that's really never been my forte. I just never been that kind of person. I think I was when I was younger. But I just got I just, you know, I don't know why. I'm just not that kind of person anymore. I think I was when I was younger. You know, let's decorate it, let's dress it up. I hadn't been that way in a long time. But hopefully one of these days I'll feel like doing that again. But yeah, I just don't decorate. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in boxes in the dining room that could be used to dress the house up a little bit. Stuff to go on the walls. My paintings, when I used to paint, there's my paintings that could be hung on the wall. There's other wall hangings that have been given to me as gifts that could be put on the wall. Some knick-knack types things that could be, you know, that I just need to figure out what to deal with. Stuff I've had since I was really young. Collected this dust type things. Stuff that I should probably put in a yard sale. And just get rid of it. But I'll figure that out soon. I figure by the time Will moves out, by the end of the year, beginning of next year, I should have all that figured out. Because his room will either be storage, or I'll move my bedroom, the part, my bed and stuff, and where his room is now, and just use this for my yarn and my recording. And clean out the dining room, and maybe even put a table and chairs in there. Shocker. We've been here 2 years and I've never done that. I don't know. I might. It just hasn't been a priority. You know, for the first year I was dealing with so much. Just trying to adjust to, because the place that we lived at beforehand, we lived at for 11 years. I really never decorated the walls there either. I think I hung like 1 or 2 things on the wall. Yeah. And then when I started doing YouTube, I created a backdrop, and I hung some stuff on the wall for a backdrop. But that was as far as I went. Yeah. Martha Stewart, I am not. But I'm trying to get better. A lot of it had to do with being 400 pounds and being in so much physical pain that I really just could not do anything like that. So a lot of it had to do with that. And it just took so much physical effort that I just didn't have it in me to do it. And now that I'm physically getting better, and you know, I still have some physical drawbacks. Like I still can't do a whole, you know, my back still doesn't let me stand and work for hours and hours, you know. My legs will still start hurting me if I do too much walking. So I still have some limitations, but not the limitations I had when I was 400 pounds. So I still have to take frequent breaks and that sort of thing. But I can do more than I used to. A lot more than I used to. But I still do, you know, have some limitations. But, yeah. Decorating. And I just dropped my hook. I'm twiddling it in my hands. But y'all can't see me twiddling it in my hands. But, yeah. So there's that. Eventually, I opened a piece of candy in here earlier, and I happened to open it like in front of me. In my hands, they were a little too close to the floor, and I dropped the piece of candy where I couldn't see it. I had to get my phone and the flashlight with my phone to find the piece of candy on the floor. And then I noticed how dirty the floor was. Threw a piece of candy away. It only has 1 gram of sugar, so I'm okay. So I'm not eating like a whole bunch of sugar or anything. Not even. Although I think it is gassing me up just a little. But that could have been, the gas probably from the beans. And the guacamole. Yeah. That's probably where the gas is coming from today. Yeah. Probably. I know. I'm talking about nothing. Nothing stuff. Have y'all caught Bagel Day's second channel? That used to be Bod Life or whatever. It's called something else now. But it's her and Mr. Bod just talking about nothing. Just their little married life banter back and forth. And she has this deadpan comedic thing going. I mean, you really, unless you're very familiar with what deadpan, you know, humor is, you would swear she was being serious. But she's so funny. If you get deadpan humor, you will just be rolling. I was watching it earlier this evening, And I was just rolling. She had me rolling. She was so funny. And then he's just over there leaning back just as chill, like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. I was like, they are a pair. And their little banter back and forth about the animals and especially the cat Mabel that doesn't like anybody except for one of their kids. And he's like, well, she liked me when I had chicken. I have yet to meet an animal that can resist the allure of chicken. If you have chicken and it's a cat, dog, any kind of dog, any kind of animal that eats meat, yeah, if you have chicken, they will instantly be your friend. That's a given. So he should know that chicken did not mean she liked you. It meant she likes the chicken that you're holding. Yeah. My friend that passed away in 2017, Vicky, she used to buy those rotisserie chickens at the store about once or twice a week, and she would debone it and give it to her cats. She would give it to her cats as a treat once or twice a week. And her chihuahua. That's what their dinner would be once or twice a week. She would get a rotisserie chicken and debone it for them. Oh yeah. I mean, I spoil Theodore. Don't get me wrong. I spoil my Theodore, my pit bull mix Theodore, my 8-year-old gentleman beggar. But rotisserie chicken, no. The occasional bite of my spicy chicken, sort of, sometimes. But mainly he likes to eat bananas with me, strawberries with me. He likes to lick my bowls after I've finished eating. You know. Oh, and he likes cheese. Cheese. Any kind of cheese. So, yeah. If you're eating it, he's interested in it. The only thing that I've never gotten him to eat was pickle. No. That dog will not eat a pickle. He's tried it a couple of times and he's like, why? Just why? He puts it in his mouth and you could see him, because I don't know if y'all, some of y'all might know, because some of y'all might own pit bulls, but pit bulls have the most expressive faces. They have facial expressions that are so human-like, it's uncanny. But he has the most expressive face. But you could see the look on his face when he bite down on that pickle, like, why? Why did you do that to me? Mom, that's just wrong. Not this again. How did you get me to bite this again? Because you're dog. And it's funny. Does you look like that when you bite down on a pickle? I remember when the boys were babies, and y'all know, y'all went through this with y'all's babies too. When your kids first, when they were in their high chairs and you gave them a taste of something sour when they were little. And I've seen videos of children, so this is universal. Children that taste something sour, they'll do this, and then they bite it again. Kids don't learn. They want more. They want to do that again. The only thing that makes them stop when they try something new is pain. They learn that rather quickly. But something sour, oh no, they want more. I know my boys did. Oh man, Will, I tell you, he was a lover of lemons. Anytime we went somewhere and they had lemon slices or whatever, here you go, Will. Lemons. Johnny's the same way. Loves lemons. And lemonade, limeade, cherry limeade. His favorite flavor of the flavored waters is cherry limeade. Yeah. And sour pickles. Oh yeah, they both love pickles. My oldest will drink pickle juice. Straight out of the jar. Pickle juice. So yes, when they were babies, it was, ooh, it's sour. And then they'd bite some more. Best memories ever. Best. The very best. Yep. Yep. And of course, the time that, I think it was Johnny that reached over into my plate and grabbed my green beans. Until he realized that they were vegetables, and then he's like, give them back. He reached over and he grabbed him one and he took a bite of it, and then he went, and he gave it back. I was like, I don't want it now. You done smushed it up and put your hand all in it. He didn't like green vegetables for the longest time. I think he was an adult before he liked green vegetables. At least 20 before he liked green vegetables. And he was, when he was, what, 6? When he was 6, someone was making him a hamburger, and he asked him, did he want lettuce and tomato on his burger? And he said, no, I don't want salad on my burger. I want salad on my burger. Cheese only. That boy didn't eat a vegetable one until he was an adult. The only vegetable you could get him to eat was a potato, and it had to be mashed or fried. Yep. He was shells and cheese, pasta, yeah. But don't try to get a green vegetable past him. Not gonna happen. Nowadays, though, broccoli, green beans, little English peas, he'll eat all of it. But not when he was a kid. I don't know what it was about that. Now, Will, he would eat anything. I don't remember Will turning down it. Wait a minute, squash. Will didn't like squash when he was a baby. It was baby food squash. He would spit that stuff right back out. Yeah, he didn't like that. That's the only baby food he would spit out was squash. So we didn't buy any more. We tried it with him once, and he was like, nope. But as an adult, he loves squash. Boiled squash, fried squash, stuffed squash, whatever. But as a baby, no. No. But he ate everything else. Not squash. But anyway. Y'all like hearing my stories, right? I hope so. I've been in a pretty good mood. I don't know, but I think I told y'all that I was on Facebook date. How interesting is that? I've discovered that some of these folks think that a woman is supposed to chase them. Yeah. Like she is supposed to send the message first and then continue to send messages no matter how many times they don't answer back. No. See, I'm just a wee bit old-fashioned that way. I think the gentleman is supposed to make the first move. If you're interested in the lady, you should be making the first move, Bubba. To me, a woman that chases, that makes her look a little loose, like she has loose morals. I don't personally have loose morals. So why am I chasing anybody? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to be chasing anybody. I might have did that in my younger days because I didn't know any better. But I'm older and I hope a little smarter these days. And I'm totally comfortable being alone. If that's what the good Lord wants me to do the rest of my life is be alone, then that's how it will be. But if he wants me to be with someone, it will be someone who's patient and kind and messages me and doesn't wait for me to message them. I don't have time for that. If I've liked your profile and I indicated my interest, then you should make the move, dude. And then you exchange numbers and you have a couple of conversations and then poof. And they expect you to continue to pursue them as if you have nothing but time on your hands. I'm sorry. Are we in high school? I don't think so. No. So far, I've made one really good friend that has been consistent and respectful and kind and has potential. The rest of them, I don't know. I don't think so. So, time will tell. Well, won't it? One out of probably nearly a dozen. So, I take a good picture, apparently. I didn't realize I was that cute, but apparently I take a good picture. Yes. But I'm very picky. I have to be, because life is short, too short to accept anything less than exactly what I deserve. And I've kissed a lot of frogs in my day, and I'm just waiting for the right prince. And my prince doesn't need to be rich. He just needs to be good. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be perfect, just perfect for me. And he needs to be my friend first. And let the good Lord lead us to whatever he means for us to be. That's the way I see it. And if he sees for me just to have a friend and then be single, then that's the way that's going to be too. And I'm just glad that I'm totally happy and content with my life, because it's better than being miserable, right? I spent way too many years being miserable. I refuse to be miserable anymore. I refuse. Life is too short to be in my little corner being miserable. No, too many things to be happy for in my life. So with that, I'm going to let y'all go. I just chit-chatting with y'all, just telling you stories about things, vlog style. Or as Bod is doing over there, talking about nothing. Y'all should really check that out. I thoroughly enjoyed that tonight. That was really funny. And it was just, I really enjoy watching married couples have hilarious banter back and forth with each other like they were doing. That just warms my heart and makes me laugh so hard. Eva and her husband do it. They do this little funny banter between each other, and I just think it's so funny. And I just get a big kick out of it, and it's great. So yeah, I really enjoy their little funny married couple banter back and forth, and her little deadpan, you know, making little snide comments and then going. She never cracked a smile, but she was totally joking, but she never cracked a smile. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And if you weren't paying attention, you would totally miss the funny. So it's fantastic. Anyway, I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And of course, please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye now.